Welcome back, fellow Brazilians and other North Americans and Europeans and Asians and everybody else around the world tuned in to CEVO TV with Vansilli and Dusk, getting ready for the second map between Tempo Storm and Counterlogic Gaming, this time on DE Overpass. If you guys just tuned in, Counterlogic Gaming won the first map, best out of 3, single elimination against the Brazilians, 16-11 on their map choice, which was Tempo Storm's Cobble. Now moving in here on to this pistol round, we have Showtime, Hen 1, Phelps, Lucas, and Bolts on CT as they get the first kill onto Hayes and Tarek. Remaining of the roster is Cutler, JDM, and Fugly.
Yeah, so Tempo Storm cleaning house on this pistol round right now. They haven't lost a single player. The bomb is down way over here by the fountain. JDM over by stairs. Cutler trying to approach the bomb from T-spawn, but it looks like Tempo Storm has put this one in the bag. And again, this is a map we don't really see Tempo Storm play very much. Very good map for CLG, but they're off to a rough start how this pistol developed.
Well, JDM and Cutler now the last two remaining, only with blocks, and immediately headshotted by Phelps coming up the staircase of the blue door. So a 5 versus 1 situation. Cutler has clutched one on Cobble, but on a 5 versus 1, let's see. He starts it off onto Phelps, connects with the second one, still has 100 HP, and picks up a USP. 45 seconds left on the clock, plenty of time for him to work with, but Hen 1's about to come up on the flank with a CZ, which is going to be huge for him. Showtime meeting up with him, sorry, as well.
He's kind of pinched in right now. He's just waiting for someone to peek him, but no one's going to.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait for Bolts to see him first before they peek out, or Showtime to peek out first for the bait. He sees him, immediately executed. And pistol round is for Tempo Storm.
So that's good for Tempo Storm to be able to get a nice, comfortable start on a map they're less versed on. We'll go ahead and see them upgrade here to 3 FAMAS and 1 SMG onto Bolts. Counterlogic Gaming with no bomb plant. We'll go ahead and force buy up here on Tech 9s and head armor. Got a couple of smokes and a couple of flashes. Looks like we see them gathering up to do just a heavy B execute. They'll put Tarek alone on the stairwell to try to cut off rotates, but they're certainly focused on just trying to see if they can't split B.
They are going with Tech 9 armor and P250 as well. So Tech 9 for Cutler and for Fugly for the ones. Well, I guess Cutler was the only one that really got kills on that pistol. They're still going to try to execute towards this B bomb site to at least get a bomb plant. A nice entry though by Fugly with the Tech 9, but quickly stopped by Bolts with the MP7. Retaliated back. Fugly is going to work. That's 3 kills for him. Picks up the MP7, runs out of bullets, but 1 more to go. He gets a 4K as JDM was able to get that last kill into Hen 1. What a round for them, and what a push. Another round where Tech 9s was just too strong for Tempo Storm.
Yeah, Cutler had a big one there on Cobble, and there's Fugly with 4, and that's going to force a double save, basically, out of Tempo Storm. So that ground they gained now lost. CLG looking to get the 3-1 start now. They are going to be able to pick up a couple of FAMAS there out of Tempo Storm's hands, as well as, I believe, 1 other SMG. Let's cut through maybe that ump. Tarek will purchase an AK. We're going to see a stack over here towards the B side map by Tempo Storm with 3 players. CLG opening up in their default, which is Cutler lurking B, Fugly alone stairs, the rest work in the parks here. Hayes going to lead it.
Hayes is lined up by Phelps, about to come out for the refrag as Tarek, but he gets one onto Hen 1 before, as Phelps falls back safely. 100 HP for him, gets the first kill for this round, but Fugly's about to spot 2. But Phelps gets a nice long range and tries to pick up that FAMAS left behind by Fugly. So a 3-on-3, make that a 3-on-2 as Lucas falls down towards that B side at short. And they're stuck pretty much on playing 1 at the A site and 1 lurking at the staircase, and they're walking right into Bolts. But JDM stops him with the Tech 9. And Phelps is going to try to possibly save this from us on that 3 versus 1. You'll get the easy bomb plant for CLG inside this A bomb site. And soon to looking to be 2-1 as Phelps is heading as far as he can from both bomb sites.
Yeah, so all things considered, CLG actually handled the round pretty well. A little bit of aggression from Tempo Storm does net them a couple of frags here onto Phelps, but CLG able to deal with it. I think it was big that Cutler caught. I believe that was Lucas trying to play into construction. That was a big kill to get to kind of settle things for CLG as they will secure the round. But as you noted, Phelps going to be able to hold on to a FAMAS. Money, of course, still quite low on Tempo Storm, so they can't really afford to buy around it, but maybe they can pose a threat with it in the next round. But CLG still well on their way to the 3-1 start.
So now let's see what Tempo Storm will try to do. So you already have P250 to start, armor being purchased by Phelps because of that FAMAS that he saved, and that's pretty much going to be it. They're going to keep that money down to around that 3K score line so they can go for full guns on the next one. And losing this round here would put them at $2,400, which will be enough for Hand 1 to get an AWP on the following round. JDM already has one for this round here, though, but looking at Tempo Storm's strategy, they are looking to focus more towards an aggressive A hold.
We do see them opening up default, but they're quickly moving into the parks here. Fugly has already made it all the way to the door as well. We're going to see a little bit of a boost play going on here with Hen 1 and Phelps to see if they can't give Phelps a chance to put in the shot on an unsuspecting CLG member.
Well, JDM did try to go for a peek first.
Oh my.
Nice shot by Hayes. Down to 1 HP, though. Whew, that was close. Manages to take down Phelps. Big flash by Hen 1, who doesn't manage to get the kill onto Fugly. Fugly then spots him as they're missing the timing on each other. He tries to go for a continuous spray.
Ooh.
Manages to get the kill onto Hen 1. Just on time. So they lose a rifle. And the last two guys only have P250. Bolts at least has a flash and nade to maybe do some econ damage against CLG. But at this point, you still have Cutler lurking around, and now the nades are down.
Well handled by Fugly there inside the bathrooms. Also to give Hayes some credit, being able to pick up that boost. So, again, some dangerous positions that Tempo Storm played there. And CLG able to deal with it pretty efficiently. Means they don't have to do a whole heck of a lot of rebuying, so their bank looks quite nice at this point. Meanwhile, Tempo Storm, yes, they get the full buy here, but if they lose it, they're right back to saving. That's when CLG can really build up a big lead. So, big round here for Tempo Storm. Got to see what Hillon can do with the op. He's actually going to take it over towards Monster, so not a common position. It could catch Cutler off guard. But Cutler actually goes straight in the short.
So for this gun round, they're going to have Hen 1. Look how aggressively he's pushed all the way up here towards this monster side. And even pushing through with the op. Meanwhile, CLG, Fugly, and Cutler are taking control of this blue door. Lucas jumps up, is down to 46 HP. So that's one enemy spotted, but out of position is going to be Hen 1, who might catch some people off guard. But JDM's watching it, and the top of the dome peeks out, and he gets the headshot, and Fugly, meanwhile, takes down Showtime. So that's only one more remaining inside this B bomb site, and that's Lucas at sub 50 HP. The boost comes up, he gets the first kill. Looks back towards the pillar side as they're closing in, gets a second one through the smoke, but refragged by Tarek. And Phelps, meanwhile, watches that lurker. Hayes has fallen. It's a 2 versus 2 situation. JDM looking back towards the top of the balcony, know that there's one there because of that incendiary grenade that was thrown. Easily makes work of Bolts, putting Phelps all by himself. Gonna try to force it out towards the graffiti if he get it an early frag. Now he jumps already inside the side with a nade in his hands that JDM peeks out. And this time you don't see JDM missing these shots here, Dust.
Now he's doing really well this game, but you also picking up Hen 1 was massive there. I think Cutler just having the awareness to get the comms out that, hey, I went short fast, so there is a chance that someone has pushed Monster and CLG were able to pick up on. I mean, if Hen 1 is able to get some kills there, that actually could have been a whole different round. So really nicely done by CLG to handle that threat appropriately. And now they will be working towards that 5-1 lead as Tempo Storm, of course, just on upgraded pistols this round. No armor, not really any utility either, so CLG should have this one in the bag. They're actually holding really passive position, so they will catch on to this push. There's 4 players trying to attack middle and upper park here, but CLG dealing with it with no problem.
Well, there is one that made it close. That's going to be Lucas, as JDM still is not missing a single off shot so far. Bolts, LMS, the last man standing, just at the short side on a 5 versus 1. That save round did not come into fruition for Tempo Storm, leaving him looking for an angled shot. Closest one to him is going to be Tarek, who's at low HP, but Hayes is also there to help him out. Both of them not looking towards the staircase, so you might be able to see a surprise from Bolts. He does get the ding, does not able to manage to hit the next 11 shots. As then Hayes makes work out of that and capitalizes on a mistake from Phelps, unfortunately, and it is now 5-1.
Yeah, not only is CLG just leading the game in a big way, they're also not losing so many players. I mean, in the last 4 rounds that they've won, 2 of those rounds they maintained 5, and they had another round where they maintained 3, so even with a bye, Tarek's still at 11K. You got JDM at 9,000, so it's never really going to get easy on Tempo Storm until they're able to string 2 or 3 together in a row. They are going to have the op back on Hen 1 this time. He won't be at B. He will be playing a more kind of traditional position here over towards the A-bomb side at middle. Might see another duel with JDM.
So far, so good here, as we are lurking slowly for CLG up towards this party side. Phelps looking to fall back passively towards long A to support Hen 1. Actually, sorry, he's supporting Lucas towards that long. It's in a good angle if JDM tries to white peek towards the left side, but Tarek's also close. Surprise attack picks him off, and it's a 1-minute advantage for Tempo Storm. Finally, something looks good in their favor or around.
And it looked really good. Lucas being able to pick up Tarek for free is pretty big. He does take a lot of damage, but it's still a 5-on-4 here for Tempo Storm, and you can see Bolts has even rotated to A, so they have basically 4 players playing towards this A-bomb site. I mean, the B-bomb site's a quick rotate away, but for a moment here, things are going to be a bit vulnerable. A lot of stress being put on Showtime. He will play passively at Graffiti, kind of understanding the situation, which could allow this bomb to work its way in. This is where the round can get dangerous, despite the fact Tempo Storm do have a 1-man advantage.
Well, at least Bolts is in a good position now towards the left side of the site. Showtime going to work as well, as they're trying to hold it for as long as they can, but Hayes opens it up. Just like that, he gets another one into Graffiti, but it's a 2 versus 2. A big flank about to come across, and he's going to do the good move to lob a molly before he goes for the plant. Incendiary grenade is enough time, but he forces out of position and makes it an easy shot for Hen 1. 2 versus 1 for GDM. He hasn't been missing op shots. Will he hit these ones? That is 1. 1 versus 1. The face-to-face offers, but Hen 1 dropped his pistol for another op, or switched over that, gets the leg shot, so that counts as a hit, but it's a 1 versus 1 now. Gets the Tech 9. Hen 1 misses the op shot. They're playing around the pillar. He's running that clock, and JDM is waiting for that white peak, but Hen 1 is playing it so patiently. No kit in on his belt, and JDM clutches that. 2 versus 1, and it is now 5-1 in favor of CLG. JDM's on fire!
He is on fire. He's got 10 kills in 6 rounds, including a nice little 1v2 clutch there. And I mean, CLG are rolling out to a monstrous lead. You can see Tempo Storm are going to go onto a bye again this round, but you can see how limited it is. You know, it's just 3 FAMASs. There is no op on Hen 1. If they lose this round, they're probably right back to another forced buy like this or an actual save. And that's where it gets really dangerous for Tempo Storm, because this half is starting to spiral out of control a little bit.
You know, those are the type of rounds where players, usually when they clutch it, they just lean back and exhale. GDM just exhaled because he's already lounging so much. But Showtime this time just pushes through his own smoke from a pop flash as well, and does a 1-man job to take down Cutler. Hayes down to 2 HP, but Showtime comes out of that with 16. Still a 1-man advantage for CLG, as they still have that aggressive play to watch that A site towards pretty much the washroom area.
And Tempo Storm did have a 5-on-4 last round as well, if you'll remember, but CLG still brought it back in the end with that B execute. This time, we're not going to see any crazy rotation from Tempo Storm. They're going to maintain their positions. We have CLG with that op trained on Sandbags, slowly working his way up, so it seems like they are trying to see if they can't put a little bit of presence over here at B, but they're still directing most of their attention towards middle here. With JDM, I think he might have spot Phelps when he jumped up.
38 seconds left on the clock. They are queuing up towards this short. Big flash, but you still have one waiting just around the corner of the washroom, and that was Phelps. Bomb is moving up by himself, and that's Tarek able to get the first kill. And it's refrags after refrags. Op shot does not even come out first, because JDM never expected Phelps to still play there. 2 versus 3 now, 20 seconds left. Hayes now with 2 HP. Fugly at least made it inside the site and also covers it up to try to get a bomb plant. With success here, because they also smoke out towards the bank. Big position right now for Fugly. He's going to try to push it towards that CT spawn. Goes for the drop. Whew. And they're both playing towards that bank, and they catch him. Unfortunate there. Now Hayes will have to try to clutch a 3 versus 1 when he's out of position. Should be an easy defuse for Tempo Storm now to make it 6-2. Is it looking for that bomb, actually? Yes, that's right, Jojo. What the hell's going on? And Fundil come back. They have no kill, though.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Oh my god, if that round would have still got won by CLG somehow, that would have been insane. But Phelps is going to find it there. And kind of crazy Fugly went for that. I mean, obviously if he gets those 2 kills, he looks like a hero and CLG wins the round, but the way he planted it, I guess he really couldn't go back to bathrooms or anything to cover the bomb, so somewhat understandable. I guess they were really fearing that flank. But nonetheless, Tempo Storm finally get around, but they need to be careful. If their money gets reset here, CLG can just work it into, even more of a lead than they already have, so they have to be cautious.
It's really
afford to lose too many players.
Unorthodox plant as well, though, right? So
yeah, I never really
at
seen
that point,
the plant much.
Yeah, at that point they should have just have 2 guys push and then 1 guy go immediately on that defuse. But I guess they knew that they had the time in their favor as well, so that's why they pushed for 3 for first, just to make it safe. Showtime about to push aggressively, is about to take down Cutler, but JDM retaliates with an op shot. 6-2 is on the scoreline in favor of CLG, as that incendiary grenade from the CT side of Lucas puts it down.
Whoa.
Oh man, he gets the spray down to 16. It's going to be Hayes just in front of that blue door. That was a nice one.
That's a lot of damage being dealt for free there onto Hayes. We soften him up quite a lot as we are seeing CLG reroute over here towards the A-bomb site. They already do have Fugly actually getting control of bathrooms, making sure that everything is clear. Hayes will clear out the other side towards long, so they're certainly looking to pinch in over here. But Hin 1, he does have a FAMAS, but he's kind of alone. Does still find the frag, though. Gets the one-man advantage for his team and allows time for Phelps to get back into position at the A-bomb site.
He spots Tarek as well, so that could be the call for the rotation, because he could really know that after getting that first kill and now spotting the second one, that CLG are trying to execute towards A. But it is overpass. It's easy for the T's to also rotate from Washington down the staircase towards B, and they're about to go into an almost open bomb site. Bolts is playing into the graffiti side. Meanwhile, they have dropped Hayes, and just like that, they also drop Tarek. JDM peeks out, gets the op kill. Another one where he doesn't miss a shot, but Lucas easily trades it back out. And it's now 6-3. Tempo Storm crawling back into this game, looking to tie things up.
They did lose 3 players, though, so a lot of rebuying has to go on. So they're still in the same boat economically. They lose this round, they're right back to saving, and CLG edges back out in front by a few rounds, as they still had plenty of cash left to buy this round with full utility. And even next round, they'll probably still be in pretty decent shape to buy, so Tempo Storm still have their work cut out for them, but they're starting to grind out rounds. They're starting to close the gap on the scoreboard. You are going to see CLG going back to a default setup here. Hayes going out long pretty quickly, though. He's way out there already.
I'm afraid to speak, because Giorgio is staring at me with evil eyes. Trying to root here for TS, or trying to roof for TS. Bomb is dropped intentionally for CLG, though, as they're spread out across the map, looking for some control towards long first, and also at short side with Fugly playing at that blue door. So you're going to try to focus a little bit more there and have Cutler just lurk around towards that outside B. But you can see him starting to lurk back towards the A side. They're about to go for a split into A.
Yeah, they haven't given enough pressure here just yet for Showtime or Bolts to rotate, but Lucas has already made his way over here. So they do have 3 players towards the A-bomb site. They're loaded up next to the bathrooms. I mean, they have like a triple setup here, so there's going to be a lot of bait and switching going on here for Tempo Storm. We're going to see a late boost by Fugly to see if he can't get some information here in the bathrooms, and he will get the kill on the Hin 1.
Good start. He's about to lurk out, and he spots Lucas. He's not going to burn from that incendiary grenade either, but you saw Phelps walking through the smoke. This could be a huge backstab right now, but Cutler sees it coming from a mile away, gets the frag with the AK, Fugly with the entry inside the bank side, and it's a 5-on-1 situation just like that for CLG, and they're about to hunt down the last remaining player. They're going to try to find Showtime, who's trying to hold it back towards the graffiti entrance. He manages to get the first kill, but comes out with 5 HP. This is pretty much going to be it.
How rapidly that round went in favor of CLG. You could see that Tempo Storm had a nice little triple setup over there towards the bathrooms, but it kind of got broken apart when Fugly made that boost play, and then the fact that Phelps got caught trying to do some ninja work in the smoke. Cutler picked on that real quick, and that pretty much eliminated all avenues for Tempo Storm to get back into the round. And as we were talking about, their money so low, they're going to have to take a save here, and that means CLG can possibly push this to 8-3 quite quickly. And they're certainly making a big T side out of this map, and this is a map that normally favors the CT side a little bit, and it's not going that way at all for Tempo Storm at this point. We did talk about how Tempo Storm doesn't really play this map so much, meanwhile CLG kind of NA specialist on this map, it seems.
10-1 already falling, but it is a pistol save for Tempo Storm. Light upgraded guns, 3 P250s remaining for Showtime, Phelps, and Lucas. Small armor for Phelps as well. He's pretty much the only one that's been trying to get things done on this CT side. He falls, Lucas falls at the blue door. That also collateral Showtime down to 87 HP. Bolt's about to meet up with him. He gets spotted, and Fugly gets the hat trick now. But what I was trying to say is that at the beginning of this game, I think Phelps was the only one with pretty much at 5-1, while the rest were at one kill mark. But at this point now, he's finally caught up with Lucas, but they're both at 8-8, and nothing seems to be working in their favor.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what Hin1 can do with an op this round. I mean, he's been trying to work some stuff over here at middle. He's just never really gotten vision on anyone. Like, CLG's done a great job avoiding his op. The one thing he hasn't tried yet is maybe opping up on top the flower box at long A, which we did see them like really just expose long A heavily. So maybe that could be an option, or maybe get aggressive in stairs, change things up, try to take the fight to CLG right away, and that's exactly what Hin1's going to do. He's going to be going towards these stairs where Fugly's pretty much had free reign, so Fugly may not be expecting this. He's going to get caught for it. There you go. That might be what Tempo Storm needs, as he could catch Tarek as well as Creeper through the smoke, and he does. And there you have it. Hin1 having an impact with the op. That could be the difference maker.
JDM looking at the wrong spot. Showtime, another one where another time rather, where he actually pushes down towards that short and gets an entry on that short B side. And they're just getting dispatched one by one, and finally Tempo Storm is the one that gets a flawless victory in this first half.
And I mean, the big difference in that round is that Tempo Storm didn't give CLG room to work with. I mean, they have been very content on playing more passive setups and giving CLG a lot of map control, and them not having really a lot of intel themselves to make rotates they'd like to make. So that time they, stop Fugly in his tracks at stairs. They catch a lucky break on JDM looking the wrong way, and they're able to disrupt CLG before they really even roll out their tactic. They pretty much just got stuffed before they could even begin getting in position, and now he wanted to look for another aggressive play over here in Party. This time he does get spammed down to 40 HP, but he still finds the kill on the haze. JDM looking for the trade. Does get it. Wow.
Nice shot. And at the same time, they spotted him and jump up there. That's why you saw that spray coming through, but Hin1 actually took advantage of that smoke to turn it into a one-way to get that opener onto Haze. Yeah. But at least JDM knows that position, and he was able to get the frag through the wall. And Tempo Storm will have to try to play a little bit more passively now towards that B side and also towards A. Actually, A is looking to be aggressive so they can get a fast rotate into the blue doors if CLG decides to work towards his B bomb side. But they're about to walk straight into 3 players on the other side of the washroom by the fountain.
And so this battle in bathroom is going to kind of determine what's going to happen this round, as we do see Lucas pushed up. Phelps does take down Fugly. JDM, though, has his op trained on the bathrooms. He's going to take down Lucas, and Phelps did fall, so CLG has won out that trade. So they're going to be able to start moving that bomb into the A-bomb site. Meanwhile, Cutler's still looking to lurk B, but he's way out. It's going to be a 2-on-2 battle at the A-bomb site. He's not moving fast enough, so that's given Tempo Storm a little bit of a chance here. But wow, how quickly it didn't matter, as CLG will put up a 9th round. So they're really tearing through this map right now. If they win this, they make the finals, actually. They play against the winner of Luminosity and Selfless for a land spot, so they're well on their way.
That's if Selfless beats Energy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That game is first, isn't it? My
Dust
mistake.
is from the future.
I'm sorry.
We'll see if you're from the future.
I read the
But
bracket wrong.
that is actually coming up tomorrow, by the way, guys.
Yep.
We only have one best out of 3 tonight. Tomorrow will be Selfless and Energy, also casted by myself and Dust, right here on CEVO. So make sure you guys give us a quick follow on Twitch, on this channel, and also on Twitter, so we could actually tweet out when we're going to be going live for that matchup. But let's focus now on this second map. It is the first half. Scoreline is 9-4 with a 1-minute advantage for CLG, as Showtime trying to go aggressive again, but finally he gets caught by Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fair try. They know Cutler does like to just kind of sit back here by himself at B on most rounds, and that does sometimes give him a little bit of a chance to push into that lobby area, but this time around, yeah, JDM with him. Worked it together. Hin1, though, playing the edge of the smoke, looking to get a kill on the haze, does some damage, but can't finish the frag.
Nice one by Tarek, long range. Yep, long range there at long A. At least they spotted the bomb, and Lucas surprise attack onto Cutler, salvages an AK-47. Meanwhile, the rest of CLG are about to move aggressively back towards this A bomb site, where Hin1 is waiting just on the other side of that short. Treed. Haze fully blinded. Incendiary grenade to prevent him from moving through. What a shot by Bolts. The drive-by with the peak. Tarek then retaliates back onto Lucas. Picks up the AK-47, he gets one. He tries to go for a second one, but does not come into fruition from a Kobe nade.
Yeah, so I mean, the storyline of this series, if this continues to go on, has been the fact that CLG has outplayed Tempo Storm fragging-wise. I mean, the stars of CLG have shined brighter than Tempo Storm throughout both of these maps. And on this particular map, I mean, I think strategically they were pretty even on Cobble, was just out-fragging from CLG. But on this map, CLG just across the board outplaying Tempo Storm. I mean, and this was somewhat expected with Tempo Storm's lack of familiarity on Overpass, but thought we'd see a little bit more here out of them. Now we're in the last round of the half, a great chance for 11-4 lead for CLG unless Phelps does something nuts here in this smoke. Just going to be found out before he gets to do anything.
At least Hen 1 gets something there by getting a nice CZ shot onto Fugly. 4-on-4 situation as the force buy for the last round, of course, for Tempo Storm has been minimal. No kits, couple of flashes, one nade for bolts. And you could see them moving continuously in this half, or in this last round, because they don't have that angle, they don't have the rifles. They want to play close for quick rotates. But Tarek opens up A side. One more spotted. Lucas whiffs all of his deagle shots. Meanwhile, Showtime does get the kill onto Cutler at short. Lucas then capitalizes on the deagle kill, so they manage to get a 1-minute advantage. With 46 seconds left on the clock, Hayes and JDM trying to move in now. Bomb inside B. Hayes trying to clear it out. Gonna smoke it so that maybe they can get an easy plant and run through right after. A fake plant to start things off, and a flash. But JDM does not miss that shot. Again, a second one, about to go for a third, but a nice shot by Bolts to end the half. 10-5 in favor of CLG. Nice try for JDM, but the force by pistols came into a positive fashion for Tempo Storm this time.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they get themselves a 5th round there at the end, showing us a little bit of life after they had pretty tough time of the half, right? I mean, there was a moment there where we had a 6-round winning streak from CLG. Only Tempo Storm able to mix in rounds here and there to at least make somewhat of a half out of it, but CLG's certainly well out in front. Their CT side is usually also pretty sharp, so they're definitely well set up to 2-0 the series here, but Tempo Storm, if they can win pistol, might have themselves a chance to creep back into this one. We are certainly see a little bit of time being taken here to ready up for this second half, so hopefully it won't take too long, but it was a rough ride for Tempo Storm that first half, no doubt about that.
This is actually CounterLogic Gaming's map choice as well. They are leading the series 1-0, looking to win this in 2. Which, in your opinion, Dust, would you see this as an upset?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I really, looking at the maps, I thought that Tempo Storm have a good chance of 2-1 the series. I mean, I always kind of saw this map being a loss for them, but I really felt they could get Cobble again, and Cash was going to be a map where it was going to be a close one.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, Tempo Storm just did not come out firing well tonight. Meanwhile, Hayes, had a great Cobble on this map. JDM and Fugly just went off. Eric not doing too shabby either.
Well, we're about to go live in this second half to see if Tempo Storm could try to even up the score. First step is the pistol round. Second step is to bring it to a tie. And third step is to try to bring that upset to a third map. CLG are playing a great game so far, as they're only 6 rounds away of making it to the finals. As Fugly opens it up big for CLG at the blue door. Felton moving in. The train comes through with the Glock. His teammates beating up with him for short as well. Hayes is already down to 9 HP. Cutler manages to get the kill onto Bolts, but it's a 3 versus 3. Hayes then going to work. Bomb is now planning on a 3 versus 2 now, with both team members playing up on the catwalk side. They spot Cutler at the blue door, and now Cutler can call for that aggressive rotation from his teammates. Hayes does have a kit to work with, but he's the only one with the kit with 9 HP. He's going to try to close in. Showtime gets the kill, and they're actually going to have JDM peek out first. JDM gets the first kill. Bomb is now planted. He's getting the knife kill on top of that onto Hen 1.
Oh, man, the money.
Salt to injury.
Oh,
as that's going to be pretty much maybe an op second round, if he wanted to.
If you wanted to, yeah. It's definitely an option. I wouldn't put it past JDM to do something like that. He'll just go ahead and get dropped the P90, actually. Someone gave him a gun. So they will just stay reserved. Not going to go too out of hand. Getting that early op, as you noted, could be a possibility. We will see some upgraded pistols here from Tempo Storm, but nothing crazy because they certainly have the potential to get that AK by next round thanks to the bomb plant. So they're going to look to do that.
They have invested in Deagles, though, right? Because at this point, maybe you'll see Galils if they don't get kills out of that. At $1,900, you'll only be at 35, losing this one if you don't get a kill. JDM about to nade down towards short, but the bomb is moving up towards this A main. He's gonna get spotted by Cutler, but instantly dinks him. That's showtime, but at least they spot the bomb. So rotation's gonna come across already for CLG. Fully in the first kill onto Lucas at the entrance. They're trying to get a second bomb plant. They might be able to do so. And with success, because Cutler, because of that 19 HP, cannot do more and peek aggressively to try to stop the bomb carrier. Now it's a 3-on-3 situation as the P250 is just too strong, but then Tarek on the retake with his two teammates, making it a 3 versus 1. Bolts holding towards the washroom. JDM trying to scout it out. It's planted for him at least, but Tarek and JDM do well enough to peek on both angles of the washroom area and make it 12-5. So with 2 bomb plants, you'll guarantee at least the AK round.
Yeah, I think JDM might go ahead and grab an op and pass this P90 over because he knows that these AKs are coming in. So that's not. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have enough money. I'm an idiot. He's missing $50. So we'll just be. Yeah. Go ahead.
On the other end, though, I was gonna say because you saw Lucas buy the AWP for his brother. So this could be a turnaround point for Temple Storm now if they could utilize Hen 1,
Yeah.
Henny. There, I appeased all of you guys.
Yeah, everyone.
In. Or Henham, right? There's so many
You
ways
just call
to
him
say
Henry. I think that's his actual name. Maybe
I
it's
just
Henrique,
prefer
I don't
Hen
know.
1. But nonetheless, he does have the AWP. He's going to try to peek out towards his party side in case there was going to be an AWP in the hands of JDM, trying to push aggressively towards that party side. But for CLG, they're focusing a lot on this blue door control, and it's going to be JDM spotting Lucas and gets that first kill and comes out of it with 89 HP.
Yeah, so a pretty clean frag there, all considered for CLG, but Showtime does pick up Fugly, and he catches Cutler trying to come back to the stairs. JDM picks up an AK, though. He's going to be able to find Showtime, so he gets it back into a 3-on-3, but that will favor Tempo Storm slightly. If they're looking to box JDM in, they are going to actually get the flank onto him, so now it's a man advantage for Tempo Storm, bringing this bomb towards stairs. They haven't really committed either way yet, and they still have plenty of time. Tarek will be the solo defender here on B if that's where they choose to go. Hayes actually pushing long, so he's going to be so far away from helping Tarek out when this push comes into B.
Still have plenty of firepower, whether it was going to be towards A or B, as Hayes and Tarek have been on point lately. And Tarek's in a great position right now with Tempo Storm about to lurk out towards this monster side. He lines up 2 of them, only able to get 1, unfortunately. But Hayes is going to come for the big plant from the short side. Plant is going to come through. Hen 1 is still upping towards the top of the balcony, but he looks back, misses the shot, unfortunately, and he's down to 56 HP. Two flashes to work with for Hayes still, so he can pop flash himself in, but he's going to try to work it from monster side. Clock is ticking down. He could use the advantage of the smoke as well to take control of the A site, or the B site, sorry. Move it in right now. He puts bolts down to 19, but does not get more than that, and Tempo Storm stays alive by getting that round and putting Counter Logic Gaming in pretty much a save here.
Yeah, really well done there by Tempo Storm. And just winning battles across all fronts, really being able to get the better of that whole situation in the stairwell after they took out JDM. They are going to see an op, though, on the JDM. He had a lot of money, so they're actually going to force up here on CLG a lot. Not really sure that was the right call. This could certainly come back to haunt them, but if JDM can find some op frags, it may not matter. He's going to be watching the fountain.
Hayes is going to try to look back towards this short side. As we are seeing more of a stack towards the A, focusing a lot on crossfire and not really on refrags though, right? They're playing angles. They're set up for trades, if anything. But more from if Tempo Storm decides to push aggressively from picks in the washroom side. But they're about to go for a double peek towards the long side. A leg shot, unfortunately, there onto Hen 1, but Cutler falls. JDM retaliates, then on to Hen 1.
Fugly was spotted, though. He's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get picked up by Phelps. So now so much weight is put on the shoulders of JDM. He's kind of the main line of defense at this point on this side of the map.
He's about to catch one. Midair, duck hunts Phelps. And the rest of them are moving towards his B bomb site. So we actually saw a force rotate out from Hayes before from B to A. But as they hear the action, they saw that pick from JDM moving towards that blue door. They could focus back on a B hold, but Tarek actually got caught.
I don't know what he was doing.
Well, at least he's able to give that information for Hayes to set up. He gets a second kill, including the bomb carrier, as both of them were blinded from a huge flash thrown by CLG. And have we actually seen JDM miss an op shot yet?
I don't know. He certainly played a good series, no doubt about that. I can tell you that. I don't know about that stat, but he's at 24-7 right now.
They're privileged.
I mean, one of the player matchups we brought up in the pregame show was, you know, JDM versus Hen 1. JDM's been proving himself a lot lately in the NA scene, especially since Skadoodle started to kind of slump a little bit at the end of last year. JDM even, in some people's eyes, kind of surpassed him when it comes to oppers from actually North America, not including Brazilians and such. And we thought, you know, Hen 1 also a great opper, but he has not had a good series tonight. Meanwhile, JDM has done quite well.
I like that. One of the viewers just said that JDM stands for just doesn't miss. That's currently the case so far, at least in his matchup. Also, he aliased himself as Just Dance Man at some point, where I love that alias. Cutler getting the first kill, or his second one onto Bolts. As the first one has fallen from JDM, running through the smoke, dropping the bomb. A little bit of a mistake play there for TS. They're going to be able to get spotted by Fugly. They managed at least to take him down, but they have no armor to work with. Big flank coming through. JDM, another op shot that he doesn't miss, and Cutler gets the last kill. Now, I think thus at this point, people could start asking JDM not really what his sensitivity is, but more what is his angle of inclination of that chair is for him to be able to hit those op shots. What's your need for seat settings, JDM?
I don't know, man. I mean, JDM's come a long way as a player when he first got picked up by CLG, and I know that he has really high work ethic. I know this guy spends hours a day op DMing, so I mean, he's certainly put in the work, and it shows. They're about to approach map point here. You can see Tempo Storm buying up what they can, but of course it's not that much. It's a couple of Tech 9s, no real utility, and Bolts on a Galil. Ace is going to be the first one to act. He does spot this monster push. He's got Tarek to help him out at Sandbags with the crossfire here in a moment.
They're lining them up big, and they drop the bomb carrier one more time.
Last bullet.
Things are not looking good for Tempo Storm as they're about to face elimination. Losing this one here would be series points for Counter Logic Gaming. But Showtime and Lucas, they don't want to leave without a fight. They bring it back to a 2 versus 2. As now they're smoked out towards that short side, but at least CLG knows that the bomb is down, sorry. They're actually spawning it right now from both the graffiti side. JDM sees it in his crosshair, and there's a gap through both smokes where he's hoping Tempo Storm to walk into a trap. Now from that Incendiary Grenade, he could just focus on the left side of the site. Another shot that he does not miss. Last one to go, it's going to be Fugly that mops up the last kill against Lucas. And 15-6 dust on overpass.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think the series was lost when Tempo Storm gave up Cobble. I mean, Overpass was always going to kind of be CLG's map, but Cobble was the one map he thought Tempo Storm should have, and we should go the distance the series, but CLG took Cobble away from them, and now they're doing as expected on Overpass, which is just kind of using their familiarity with the map against Tempo Storm, who don't play it, and now we're in what could be the last round of the game. Just Tech 9s here on Tempo Storm, except for Showtime. He does have a Galil, but again, limited utility. JDM getting aggressive with this op over here at Party.
He does manage to get the kill onto Hen 1, and Cutler lines up 2. It's now going to be a 3 versus 2 situation. Showtime puts it down to 2 HP. Tries to get that kill with success. Now it's a 2 versus 2. The bomb is up in the hands of Bolts, and he picks up the AWP, and they will try to stay alive for this round here. Showtime and Bolts against Hayes and Tarek of CLG. Both CLG members now are playing one on each site, as Tarek is actually playing in between on a rotation at the staircase from A to B. You do have Hayes about to walk up against both players of Tempo Storm. Spots the first one, bomb is down, traded out by Showtime. It's a 1 versus 1. He's going to try to pick up the bomb. He keeps the op in his hand. If he gets this one, it's actually an ace as well for Showtime. Smoke to clear out towards the bank side. Target decides to fall back, walks through it, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately for Temple Storm, CLG wins this 16-6 and 16-11 on Cobble to move on to the finals of the qualifier number 2 for CEVO Season 9 Pro League.
Yeah, so out of 3 best-of-3s that these two teams have played against each other, CLG has now won 2 of them. And I mean, here's the thing. There was this run where Tempo Storm was just clearly outclassing everyone in North America. I mean, they took that one spot for the Americas qualifier for Katowice by beating teams like CLG, Liquid, and Cloud9 to get that spot. They again bested some top North American teams to get a DreamHack Malmo spot over Optic and Cloud9. They were doing all these great things, but now between the iBuy Power Tournament and now this best-of-3, finally CLG has proven that they can handle the Brazilians, that they are capable of beating them. They even took Cobble off them tonight, a map that Tempo Storm had been beating them on previously. So, I mean, this is great news for CLG. I mean, they got knocked out of the first CEVO qualifier, it seemed, pretty early. I think they got upset by Energy or something like that in that tournament, so didn't make it nearly as far as they thought they would. And now in this one, they've made it all the way to the finals to play for a spot for LAN. So really nicely done by CLG. Unfortunate for Tempo Storm, but I'm sure they'll be back in qualifier 3, and they'll certainly be a favorite to make a deep run in that tournament as well, I'd imagine. So it's not over for Tempo Storm. They'll still have a chance to qualify for LAN in the future in one of the next 2 qualifiers. But for tonight, CLG has proven to be the better team. They outplayed them across the board, and they're moving on. Well done to CLG.
Right. If you guys aren't familiar with the setup for this year or for this season for Season 9 Pro League, is basically we have 4 single elimination qualifiers with 16 teams every single time. The first North American bracket was actually won by Optic Gaming, so they get the first seed. This time it's going to be determined between CLG and whoever. We actually still have 3 teams to play. Of course, the first one being Selfless versus Energy that we're actually going to be bringing you guys tomorrow. Winner of that will face off against Luminosity Gaming. And then winner of that will finally face off against CLG in the finals to see who gets that second seed. But you'll definitely see Tempo Storm, Team Solo Mid, and whoever else that got eliminated early in this bracket in the next one, the third one, brought to you by CEVO. That being said, though, thus, I think we could call this a night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys give us a quick follow here on Twitch so you guys can get the notification on Play CEVO whenever we go on air, because we are covering the European side as well, who are in their second bracket, and that is casted usually during the daytime for at least myself while I'm at work, so you guys can find out all the Counter-Strike action on CEVO during the morning for us here in North America, and towards the evening I will come back with Dust to bring you guys the action between Energy and Energy Esports and Selfless. So with that being said, Dust, I'm gonna let you close it this time.
Yeah, again, thanks a lot so much for tuning in tonight. It was a great matchup between these two teams, and congrats to CLG and Tempo Storm. Better luck next time. I'm sure there will be plenty of next times for them. You can also give a follow to us casters if you'd like to. Links are going to be in chat, and we're also in the title at Dust Moret and at Vansilli. We'd appreciate your support there as well. But yeah, folks, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for Selfless versus Energy. Have a good one.